After months and weeks of AT&T supposedly having their Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment gaming division up for sale, and having potential buyers such as EA, Activision Blizzard, and even Microsoft, we finally got some good news. WB Games is not for sale, guys. Well, at least for now. Before we get to that, guys, hit that like button because liking these videos lets me know that you love them. Hit that notification bell so we see new videos just like this one. Let's get to the news. So over the last week, Warner Brothers and DC have been in the process of layoffs, furloughs, and restructuring due to the events of the pandemic and in efforts to bolster its HBO Max streaming service. In the shuffle of things, it has led to the sale of WB Games being put on hold. In a letter to all Warner Brothers employees, Warner Media CEO Jason Kilar outlined his plan for organizing the company moving forward. While much of this has to do with elevating the role of HBO Max and making some changes to the company's structure, Kilar explicitly notes that the gaming division will remain part of Warner Media. He wrote that Warner Brothers Interactive remains part of the Studios and Networks group, alongside several other brands that are all focused on engaging fans with our brands and franchises through games and other interactive experiences. AT&T and Warner Brothers should have a lot to be excited about given upcoming future projects. This news comes when, after years of silence, Rocksteady Games finally revealed its Suicide Squad video game with an official poster on Twitter. Rocksteady said that a full reveal will come at DC Fandom on August 22nd. There have been rumors that Warner Brothers Games would be releasing 2 new Batman games this year, one related to the Suicide Squad, and since we got confirmation of that, we're still waiting to see if we get another Batman-specific game. Batman Arkham Origins developer Warner Brothers Montreal has been hinting that they are working on a reboot of the Batman Arkham series that would pit the Caped Crusader against such villains as Ra's al Ghul and the Court of Owls. What's interesting about this is that Warner Brothers Montreal has been hiring since end of July for 3 new positions: senior programming, IT support, and senior texture artist. What would they need all those people for if they're not going to be doing a brand new video game? This news also comes out when a recent concept by Boss Logic for a potential upcoming Injustice 3 video game has also been released. From the poster you can see in the background what looks like a clock, possibly broken given the cogs and pieces floating around. You can also see a yellow smiley face which hints at the Watchmen, then the title Injustice 3, with the E of the Injustice title being the number 3, and the letter I having the dot looking like an atom, which is reference to Dr. Manhattan. This poster obviously hints at Superman and the Justice League going up against the Watchmen, which has already happened in the 2017 Doomsday Clock comic book series. Mortal Kombat 11 has been a very successful video game since its 2019 release, and players and fans alike have been hungry for more content, specifically new character DLCs. So given all the recent leaks and news surrounding that, this news about WB Games not being sold may actually give players and fans more hope that they'll see more DLC for the game. Other WB games that are coming out include Hitman 3, the 8th main installment in the Hitman series, and the 3rd and final installment in the World of Assassin trilogy, following Hitman from 2016 and Hitman 2 from 2018. A Harry Potter RPG game is said to be in the works and may be released in 2021. LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, the 6th entry in the TT Games LEGO Star Wars series of video games and the successor to LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens, is set to be released this year. The game will adapt all 9 entries in the Skywalker Saga series of films. So if you take all those for sure games and the potential games and the DLCs into account for Mortal Kombat, then I would say that WB Games is looking pretty good and is pretty valuable. Now on the flip side, I think that maybe during the current climate set by the pandemic, it wasn't the best time to sell WB Games. Many articles that have covered this news have said that after most of these games are released and the revenue comes in, that may make WB Games more enticing for buyers, and AT&T would quickly sell once one nibbles. Of the buyers that have had the most people talking is Microsoft. Given the drama surrounding the recent Marvel's Avengers PS5 Spider-Man DLC exclusive, Microsoft buying WB Games might make sense and be in Microsoft's best interest. So what I think about all this, I am excited that WB Games is not going to be sold yet. I really hope that yet, or for now, is not going to happen. I don't see why it would. If I was AT&T and Warner Brothers, I don't know why I would want to sell this anyways. You have all of these properties that are going to be able to make you money. I mean, it seems crazy to me. I mean, I listed various reasons why you would not want to do that. I listed Mortal Kombat DLC, or potentially another Mortal Kombat game, or some other game from NetherRealm Studios. You have the Suicide Squad video game. You have another Batman video game that's obviously going to happen because they're hiring at Montreal Warner Brothers. You have Hitman 3. You have a new Lego game. That's 5 games right there. I mean, that's a lot to happen in the next year or two. And all those games are going to be at least going for another 2 to 3 years, which means you're going to have consistent money coming in, and you can have potential spin-offs and sequels and other things if these games are actually successful. So I'm glad that they're keeping WB Games, and I would like to think that the executives at Warner Brothers and AT&T see the value in this division and decide to keep it. Now, I know that a lot of people are getting laid off and furloughed, and with the restructuring, it's causing, divisions like DC Comics laying off a lot of its, creators and artists and stuff like that, which is sad to see. But I'm hoping that in this restructuring that they are able to, in all situations like this, what they say is they cut the fat, or what I like to say is cut the fat. I don't know if that's exactly what's happening. I know they got rid of some top executives, but HBO Max is not doing that great. But if the WB Games division is doing great and better than HBO Max as far as revenue, and some of these properties we could end up seeing on HBO Max. I mean, why haven't we seen any type of Lego? I mean, we've had like the Lego Ninjago stuff happen, but why haven't we seen any of these Lego properties turn into a cartoon show for HBO Max? Like Lego Harry Potter, Lego Star Wars. I mean, sure they could make that happen. I don't know that Disney would have to really be involved for this to happen if they already have rights to the Lego Star Wars stuff. Why haven't we had a Mortal Kombat TV series happen? I mean, that seems like a no-brainer. Even like a Mortal Kombat cartoon, bring that back again. We'd watch that. You have the Harley Quinn TV show. Why not have like your own Adult Swim on HBO Max? Why haven't we had a Hitman series? I mean, this seems like a really no-brainer. If you have 8 installments in the series, that's enough. I mean, heck, that's more material to pull from than Game of Thrones. I mean, the TV show had to make it up as they go because that guy can't write books fast enough. So why haven't we had a Hitman show happen? I mean, I don't know who is at Warner Brothers and AT&T that is not thinking about this stuff. I mean, I've given all these reasons right here and I'm naming a top executive. I mean, where's my royalty check, guys? I'm giving you ideas right here. And I did that without letting anybody off. Just FYI. Now, if for some reason WB Games is not successful, or if for some reason AT&T still thinks they need to sell the division, I think it should be spun off on its own. I'm not really sure how that works. I'm not a business person, but it'd be nice to see them be on their own. I think they could probably make it on their own. If for some reason they do need a buyer, I think Microsoft would be great. I don't want it to go in the hands of Apple or Amazon or EA or Activision Blizzard. I don't want any of those people to get it. If I had to pick some, I'd say Microsoft is a good pick. Do I want the exclusives for Xbox? No. I think it should be fair and available for everybody, because I know what they'll do is they'll say, well, it's not exclusive because we're going to have it on Microsoft, Xbox, and on the PC. So that is 2 different platforms, and it does cater to a lot of people, but you're excluding Nintendo and Sony PlayStation users, so I just don't want that. Given the situation that is happening with Sony PlayStation and their Marvel Avengers Spider-Man PS5 exclusive, which is valid because of all the Sony rights with Spider-Man, I do think that it's highly likely that probably any gaming studio that buys WB Games, if they do in the future, may work to have some type of in-game exclusivities for whatever console partnership they go with. Below in the comments below what you think about this. Are you excited that WB Games is not being sold yet? Do you think it should have been sold? Who do you want the buyer to be? Let me know in the comments below. And that's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos just like this one, hit that subscribe notification bell. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Justin_McGill. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at the Mashup. That's at THEMSHUP. And I'll see you guys next time on the Mashup.